that I'm waiting for that to understand so that way we can see what place
Do you want to put the board here? So people know.
I'm Tim Schwartz, and this is my trailer. It's called Status, and Status is an art project that tries to allow artists to explore connecting with other people in different places other than the gallery or the museum. So I do a series of residencies in the trailer, come back and we show the work somewhere else, or sometimes we take the trailer to locations like this. So Yui has been at the museum, the Oceanside Museum, doing a residency in the trailer for the last week and a half, making a lot of work in the trailer, and now we're taking it around San Diego, allowing people to engage with the work there. Status was originally a project I did to enable myself to travel around the US and go to museums and libraries and archives doing research on what's being lost as archives become digital. And so I went to like 50 different archives and I met with people and saw how they were digitizing work, and I used the trailer as a point for conversations. About 2 years ago, through the Periscope project, Patrick Shields and I were invited to do an exchange with Yokohama, Japan, and the Spiral Gallery and Zonohana Terrace in Yokohama. And we went over there and did a project, and that's Patrick. There he is.
How's it going?
So we went to Japan and we did a project together, and then as part of the exchange, Yui came over here to fulfill this exchange between Yokohama and San Diego. And so now Yui is here working in the Port Journeys ecosystem. So the trailer is also enabling other artists over these 3 days to do envision other projects that can talk to the San Diego community in different locations. So today Armando has an installation in the trailer. Tomorrow Mickey Davis will be in Mission Bay area doing a project, and on Saturday Shane Anderson will be up in North County doing a photography workshop. And so they're each going to be using the trailer in a different way in order to connect with people.
My name is Armando de la Torre, and the title of our project is called Crossing the Line. And I partnered up with another artist, Sereni Lizarraga. So basically what we did was an investigation of this site of Pepper Park and the general surrounding areas. Protected wetlands on this side, there's marine industrial, there's boat industries, nature preserves. So in order to better understand this area, we wanted to document by doing we picked up a lot of objects from the area, found objects, and we kind of analyze these objects kind of like in a very archaeological sense. We documented these, and so we placed all these objects inside the Airstream, and then we created both an audio soundtrack of the sound and a video animation of the objects that we found in the area. And now we're also documenting the stories that we can get from being on site. So this is a site map of Pepper Park in the area, and we're asking people to help us make this map by giving them, we give them a piece of paper and a pen so that they can notate information, stories, or observations that they make in the park. The audio tracks are from the people who use the park, and this is them telling us a little bit of the stories from this area. And so the audio track is a lot like the map in that they, through that dialogue, we kind of come to understand more of the environment.
Fish like vessel, they call it a flying cross, because he seemed to skip from wave tip to wave tip. And I'm sure, maybe I'm embellishing a little bit, he jumped up. Okay, he wouldn't just say, oh, there it is. I see. He jumped up because he was amazed. He was in awe. Now, that's a diagonal.
My name is Nikki Davis, and I'm an artist and filmmaker in Los Angeles. And in 2012, I was invited by Visual Communications and their Armed with a Camera program to make a short film. And I decided to make a film about Chamorros in San Diego. I'm Chamorro American myself, and I grew up in Georgia, and so a lot of my life was spent off the island. And so when I started meeting people in the Chamorro community here in San Diego, I found out that it was the largest off-island population, and that's how I came to know Mario Borja and the Sacman Chamorro Project, and they essentially became the subject of my film. So today, Mario and his crew are with us. If you ask somebody from Guam what a Sacman canoe is, they might not be able to tell you what it is. And so Mario set out to find this large canoe, and through a lot of help, he came across a drawing by a British Commodore named George Anson, who in 1742 was sailing around Micronesia and captured probably one of the last Sacmans, took it back to the UK, dismantled it, and took a technical drawing of this canoe, and then burnt the canoe. Mario has this project called 500 Sails, and when the Spaniards came to Guam, in probably Jordan Anson's travel log, it's documented that what this person could see from their ship were at least like 500 sails. Nowadays, that's kind of unheard of around the island because this technique was, kind of stamped out. Because the Sacman Chamorro project begins with a technical drawing of the canoe. I thought that it was only fitting that I should have a drawing that brings the ship back to life. And back to 500 Sails, since he has this project, he's involved with 500 Sails project, I thought, oh, maybe I can get I need to accumulate 500 drawings. So Mario built the canoe to life, and I wanted to draw the canoe to life because a drawing was the canoe's death sentence.
My name is Shane Anderson. I'm an artist and an educator based here in San Diego. We're here in the North County, San Diego coast in Carlsbad. I'm staring at the ocean with paragliders and sailboats cruising by. Lots of recreational and leisure activity. But behind us here, you've got a power plant and what's about to be this desalination facility. I lived in Malibu for a decade before moving down here, where you saw things like mudslides shutting down the coast highway and causing property lines to shift as they fall into the ocean. So, we see oil tankers going by, we see military planes flying by. There's a lot of different activity that I think, a lot of us get lost in our little scuba diving and surfing activities and don't really look at all the stuff that is going on and questioning what is our role in all of this. Looking at a series of retaining wall structures that I had shot from Tijuana up to the LA area, and felt like it was a good springboard to come up with a workshop to get people involved, looking at this liminal space that we have here along the coast of California that's constantly changing and evolving. Proposed bringing Riz on board as well, who's been doing a number of community photo workshops.
My name is Rizelle, and I am part of the Traveling Tintypes project. What I've done is We put together these, they're actually ice fishing tents, and I use them as dark rooms. And they're making these like one-of-a-kind images called tintypes. And the thing that's really great about them is that they're like pretty instant, just kind of like an old school version of what a Polaroid is. It's called a tintype, but we're actually using aluminum. And it's a black aluminum plate that we coat with the light-sensitive chemistry. So we go into the darkroom and we put the plate with the collodion on it into a silver nitrate. It changes from like a black to a tan, and that's how we know that it's light-sensitive. You put that plate into the camera, so you can see we have like tripods and cameras that people are shooting. And once they make their exposure, they go back to the darkroom. They pour on the developer and they see the image appear, and then when they bring it out, they put it in the fixer, and that's kind of like where the magic happens. So when you walk by the tents, there's lots of oohs and ahs happening, and that's when the fixer kind of changes the negative back to a positive. Yeah, it's really nice. After 4 years, it doesn't really get old, and everybody gets excited. And
I enjoyed the whole process myself, setting this stuff up here, and just all the questions that are being asked about what's going on, why we're here. No, we're not here to sell anything. We're here to have a conversation about this landscape that we live
in. I'm Yui Inoue. I'm from Japan. So this project is crowd project. So project title is Story of the Crowd. Crowd traveling in San Diego, and after crowd traveling to Japan in Yokohama.
And I will introduce Yui Inoue. She will be an artist in residence from now on, from here on to a month. She'll be staying in San Diego. She likes to involve different people. And she doesn't make it by herself. She makes things with people. So we figured this would be a really wonderful way to kind of get different communities involved with each other.
Sometimes knitting, sometimes sewing, we make together. And crowd is symbol to connecting various people and place, and so sky is connecting. So crowd can go everywhere.
Let the wind